Спасибо. Hello, dear students. You are welcome by the Department of History of Medicine and Bioethics of the Georgievsky Medical Academy. Please go on to chat. Today we are continuing our conversation about method of the project and proceed to the second lecture. Topic 2. Project method. Basic concept, characteristics, classification. First question. The concept of project activity, design. Second question today. Main features of the project, features of functional and project activities. Third question. Typology of projects. And fourth, features of individual types and types of projects. Project method. Everything I learn, I know what I need it for and where and how I can apply this knowledge. The main thesis of modern understanding project method. To complete the project successfully, you must learn to think independently. Find and solve problems on your own. Use knowledge from various fields. Learn how to predict results. Predict the possible consequences of various options. Be able to establish causal relationships. Project, from Latin project, thrown forward. This is a limited time activity, presented in the form of measures aimed at solving major problems and achieving certain goals, involving the delivery of expected results by solving related to tasks, and the necessary resources are provided and managed through continuous monitoring of activities and results, taking into account possible risks. There are three understandings of the concept of project. First, work on creating a project design. Secondly, the product of this work. And one more understanding, ways to replicate this product in other conditions. Projection, Latin throwing forward, bringing out. In philosophy, it is the transfer of unpleasant emotions and unacceptable components of personality to a person or object, to external conditions. In psychology, the attribution of a person to someone or something of their own thoughts, feelings, motives, traits, etc. In project activity, it is the transfer of the subjectivity of the present to the future, the transfer of one's feelings, preferences, desires, and ideas to the future. Projection. This is the creation of primary description that allows you to create an object that does not yet exist for certain specified conditions. For this purpose, text records, calculations, drawings, tables are used, and algorithms are used to express a conditional sequence of actions. The description of the object becomes the basis for bringing the idea to life. Design. The concept of design does not include the stage of product implementation. This is the process of creating a prototype of supposed or possible object or state. This is the process of developing a project and fixing it in some externally expressed form. Project activity. This is a way to achieve the goal through detailed development of the problem in terms of limited time and resources, which should end with well-defined practical result framed in one way or another. The only path leading to knowledge is activity, said the foremost American writer of the 20th century, Bernard Shaw. Let's move on to the second question. Main features of the project. Features of functional and project activities. Main features of the project. First of all, it is disposable uniqueness and innovation. All projects are aimed at getting a certain result. In other words, they are aimed at achieving goals. A project always has a specific goal. For example, to release an album, a book, make a movie, or build a house. The project ends when something is produced as a result. A project can't have an open final. For example, starting your own business can be considered a project. Second feature, limited time, budget, material, and labor resources. A project is a logical set of activities within the established calendar plan, schedule, and budget. All projects are limited by a clear time frame. Projects always have a start and end point. A project is the creation of something by a set deadline. It has a planned completion date, after which the design team is dissolved. The end date of the project is the moment when its main goal is achieved. The third feature, performance, a clear focus on achieving certain goals and objectives. All projects are a one-time phenomenon. They come and go, appear and disappear, leaving behind concrete results. No two projects are the same. Each of them, regardless of its results, basically has something unique, characteristic only for it. The uniqueness of project is primarily due to their one-time nature and uniqueness. The reasons for uniqueness are also the final goals, the conditions for achieving the goal, the feature of the product service, the presence or absence of similar experience, the level of uncertainty and risk. In the process of implementing a project, something new is always created. Changes can be large or small. Fourth, complexity of the proposed works. In the process of project implementation, its participants synthesize knowledge in the course of their research, integrate information from related disciplines, search for more effective ways to solve project tasks, and communicate with each other. The basis of project activity is the development of creative activity, cognitive skills, the ability to independently contract their knowledge and navigate the information space, the development of professional competence. The distinctive features of the project are closely related to the features of the project activity. Conditionally, all activities can be divided into operational, functional, and project activity. First, project activity is a way to achieve a goal through detailed development of a problem in conditions of limited time and resources, which should end with a well-defined practical result, designed in one way or another. Any project has a moment when it starts and ends. The end date of the project is the moment when the intended goal is achieved. Second, operational activity is a permanent type of activity with a little changing composition of performance, the result of which is repeated. It is not unique. It is carried out as a time-repeating process to ensure the normal reproduction process, performed in accordance with the existing procedures in the organization. It doesn't have a pre-agreed completion date. Third, product activity. Uniqueness, exclusivity, uniqueness of the product results mean that there is something new in the conditions, in the composition, in the order of necessary work. Therefore, it is not possible to guarantee that you will get what you need by simply copying previously completed work. At the beginning of each product, due to its uniqueness, it is necessary to redefine the composition of upcoming works, their order and performance. Since each product has something new, it is necessary to pay attention to the coordination of even seemingly familiar passages at the planning stage. Operating activity. An operating room is a regularly renewed activity. It is effective if you want to reproduce the result that has already been repeatedly obtained in similar conditions. This is the case when the invention of the bicycle is not required. For example, you need a lot of identical bicycles. What has become a regular activity is being implemented according to a plan that has already been worked out many times. The next successful repetition of a repeatedly repeated cycle does not require detailed planning and coordination of the necessary action. The set of such actions is already established. The order of their execution is obvious and successful performers have already been identified. Thus, the key features of project activity are the uniqueness of the result, time constraints, and a greater number of risks. The list of performers is usually formed for a specific project. Multi-pronged actions must be coordinated in advance. Projects and project activities. These can be, for example, building a house, organization of conferences, conducting a marketing campaign, holding a competition, release of the holiday booklet, development of a new product, implementation of changes in the organization's management structure, introduction of a new type of service, launch of a new product, development of acquisition of a new or information system, introduction of new management procedures. They are not projects or project activities. These can be, for example, control over the implementation and quality of products, replacing old office equipment with new ones, document management, completing daily scheduled tasks, planning sports training, learning a foreign language, clean service, lecturing, conduct training, organization of your business, reduction and replication of the product. Project classification. Project classification. Projects are ambiguous in the scope of their implementation, as well as in the goal set, scope of application, and expected results. Projects may differ significantly in the scope of application, composition, subject area, scale, composition of participants, degree of complexity. Below is one of the most common project classifications. Project classes according to the composition and structure of the project. A monoproject is a separate project focused on the implementation of one general idea or goal. A multi-project is a complex project consisting of number of single projects. It is focused on the implementation of a set of goals and objectives covering various areas: social, economic, technical, etc. A mega project is a large-scale project that includes a number of mono and multi-projects. It is focused on solving a global problem, attracting a lot of resources, and is designed for a long period of implementation. For example, targeted programs for the development of regions, industries, etc. Types of projects by fields and areas of activity. The social project is focused on achieving socially significant results. The economic project is aimed at increasing profits. The organizational project is aimed at improving the efficiency of the organization, its individual structures and divisions. The technical project is focused on modernization and technical improvement. Types of project by the nature of the subject area. Educational project. The goal of such a project will be to gain knowledge, skills, and abilities in any field that is most in demand for the organization. Research project. The main purpose of this project will be scientific and practical developments, experiments to improve the performance of the organization, company, as a whole, and in certain problem areas. A project aimed at staff development. The focus of this type of projects will be one improving efficiency in the field of personnel management. For example, a project to develop and implement a comprehensive system for promotion the management staff of an organization on the career ladder. Innovative project on new technologies. The goal of this project will be to develop and apply new technologies, know-how, and other innovations that ensure the development of systems. And investment project creation or renovation of fixed assets that require investment. Projects are also classified according to the criteria in scale: micro project, individual initiative, a project for yourself and your friends; small in scale, simple and limited in scope and means; average, the most common; medium term, 2 to 5 years, and the average cost. Major projects, target programs that contain many interrelated projects cost up to 1 billion, labor intensity up to 2 million people, duration 5-7 years. Projects can be simple in complexity. Complex projects are divided into organizationally complex, technically complex, resources complex. Projects by implementation period are distinguished. Short term up to 2 years, medium term up to 5 years, long term over 5 years. By the level of participants: international, domestic, state, territorial, regional, and local. Financing projects. Investment, the main motive of the investor, making a profit. Sponsorship. The sponsor provides funds to support the project if it can become a form of advertising or presentation to form the image of the company. Credit. Obtaining financial resources is possible only if guarantees are provided to the credit institution, so the credit project involves a detailed financial and economic justification. Budget. Sources of financing budgets of various levels. Care table. As a rule, these are non-profitable and expensive projects. Funding for such projects takes the form of patronage grant form. Projects based on the results obtained. Research aimed at additional research of problem situations. Pilot projects are aimed at developing new solutions and testing them in order to identify technological problems. Model aimed at generalizing experience and optimizing production and management processes. Implementation aimed at achieving an economic effect from the introduction of proven model technologies. Classification according to the content of projects. Intelligent, making changes to existing designs, masked computer programs, interior design, any product with special hopes associated with the inherent young, unexpected, non-standard view of the current state of affairs. Material means the production of tools, devices, visual textbook, means of small mechanization and automation, products of artistic, applied and technical creativity of students. Environmental implementation of expert assessment of the air-gas environment, the state of reservoirs and soils, the spread of erosion and afforestation, Study of the possibility of collecting and using secondary raw materials, regeneration of various plastic polymers, the use of these materials for the manufacture of objects of work of students. Service, accumulation, selection, design, and presentation of information. Complex, including intellectual, material, environmental, and service components. According to the dominant method in the project, research. The purpose of this project is to obtain scientific knowledge that has things of novelty and theoretical and or practical significance. Creative. The goal of project of this type is to get a creative product, a newspaper, poster, essay, almanac, video, holiday expedition ads. Role-playing and game. Designers choose a certain role for themselves due to the nature and content of the product and model social and business relationships complicated by invented situations. Evaluation indicative information. The purpose of these projects is to gather information about any object, its analysis, compilation and presentation of wide audience in the form of publication in mass media, internet, etc. Practice-oriented applied. The aim of the project is obtaining result-oriented social interest of the participants. So, features of various projects. Research projects. The goal of such project is to gain scientific knowledge, require a well-designed system, clearly defined goals and objectives, completely subject to the logic of research, have a precise and detailed structure that approximated or completely match with distinguished scientific research. Creative project objective to obtain a creative product. Such projects do not have a clear and detailed structure of participants' activities, however, require well thought out form and structure of the final result. Role-playing and game projects. Goal: collective decision-making during interactive game interaction of groups of participants. Features. The structure is only being planned and remains open until the end of the project. Modeling various business and social relationships in a playful way, interactive. Very high degree of creativity. Extensive use of collective decision-making technologies. technologies. Introductory informational projects. Purpose: to collect information, analyze it, process it, and present it as a publication. They can be part of research projects, require well-designed structure. A list of information sources is required: literature, media, databases, data from a research method. Practice-oriented applied projects. Goal: to get results that is focused on social interests. Solve public problems. Require a carefully thought out structure with the definition of step-by-step actions. Require defining the specific functions of each participant. Evaluation of possible ways to implement project results. Consideration of possible risks. Investment project. Goal: creation or renovation of fixed assets that require investment. Capital investments and their subsequent compensation with profit. Maximum elaboration of the issue of economic efficiency of the project implementation and investments made. Clear definition of the volume and schedule of financing. Identification of indicators that can be used to regularly assess the progress and compliance of the project with the set goals. Innovative project. Goal: scientific development and application of new technologies, know-how, and other innovations. The product goal is defined, but there are separate sub-goals can be specified. The completion date and duration of the product are defined, but can be adjusted. The main limitations are insufficient availability of qualified specialists and specialist personnel. Project costs are largely determined by the cost of resources. Organizational project. Goal: to improve the efficiency of the company by changing the organizational structure. Require maximum involvement of the customer and key stakeholders. Require work to create an atmosphere in the organization. Are associated with the introduction of new regulations, rules, values, and corporate culture. May be accompanied by a significant amount of work on employee training. Next, social project. Goal: to achieve socially significant results and solve social problems. The project may not be profitable. Funds for the project are allocated from the budget to the extent possible. Goals are set and adjusted as interim results are achieved. Project terms and duration depend on probabilistic factors and are only planned. Quantitative assessment of the outcome of the project is difficult. Type of social projects: information and educational programs, teaching, rehabilitation, labor, psychological, social and psychological rehabilitation, sports and recreation centers, artistic and creative culture. Thanks for your attention. See you next time. Goodbye.